notice that the internal corners overlap, and they would then be double cut with a regular Stanley knife and a small straight edge to give you a tight join again, which can be perfectly grooved and welded. On the external corner, the triangular gusset needs to be cut, and similarly a piece of skirting carefully fitted to close the gap that would be left when taking the skirting around an external corner. Again, this should be carefully fitted to just over the mark on the wall, giving you a tight, strong corner for your skirting. The procedure to fit into an internal corner is quite self-explanatory from the video, and if this procedure is followed, a neat and tidy finish will be obtained. You will see from this demonstration that a very light whiff of gas flame is applied to get a well-glued join, and at the internal corner the vertical part of the skirting is trimmed with a 2 to 5 mm overlap, which can later be sealed and will ensure that you have no gap in the corner. The internal foot will be trimmed as shown before with a small steel straight edge to give a tight close butt joint. To close the triangular gusset left on the floor, the piece of skirting needs to be accurately cut to fit in this area. Again, a piece will be laid over the triangular hole and double cut over the skirting as shown in the diagram. This will give a neat finish and allow for these joints to be sealed and closed. This piece will then be glued in using the same contact adhesive, and the piece fitted, tapped into place, and the joints closed using the hot air from the welding gun. When attempting this, the tools need to be clean so as not to contaminate the skirting. This can be sanded smooth and will need to be coated with some matte sealer to take away the white patches caused by the sanding. Please don't confuse this sanding process, which can take place on the skirting, and do not use this on any of the sheeting. which will be a PR coated product, as you will not be able to remove the sanding marks. When the skirting is carefully cleaned and possibly given a light solvent wipe and finally coated with a light coat of sealer using a clean cloth and a matte sealer, it will appear the same as the rest of the skirting and will hardly be noticeable. From the video, you will see the same principle can be applied to the overlap on the internal corner. Again, all tools should be clean.